Good evening, Hope Dealers, and welcome. Happy March. Well, I was just saying, I am so pumped because I saw sunshine and blue skies all day long. I am just wired for spring. If I read the announcements of all we have to work with in March, we would not have any messages or any trainings. So I'm going to trust that everyone in here can read and does read. And you saw my post on the first day of the month. You've read Jean David's letter. You've read the March S'more. You've looked at Trending Now. That's where you really need to go all the time to get the announcements. So can we just say, thank you, Arban, and agree that we all know the awesome gifts that we have to work with this month, and just say, let's run with those. And rather than read them all for like 10 minutes, we're going to jump in and hear from Vern and Ashley. I am so excited to have Vern Hamilton, sponsored by Crystal, and Ashley Powell, sponsored by Rachel, both sharing tonight. Vern just promoted to district manager, and you're going to hear her name also in recognition in Perfect Brick and in top sponsoring. While it won't say the number, I'll just tell you the number. She personally sponsored 8 new, which is awesome. And Vern earned her Independent Consultant Achiever Award. And Ashley also had her Perfect Brick and is in the top sponsoring with 10 new, plus she earned her District Manager Achiever Award. And then with Callie Fetchko, are you on here? There you are, Callie. With Callie, oh my goodness, a vision and work ethic to match Ashley's. The two of them together worked so hard and now are in qualification, or Ashley's in qualification for area, but that means, you know, Kelly, you're about to become a part of Ashley's area and then be working towards your own. It's so exciting. So we're going to have Vern share a little bit. I asked her to share a little of, you know, how she was introduced to Arban, any hesitations or fears she had going in, and why she's doing this. And I can't wait for you all to hear from Vern, and then Ashley with not another introduction, if you'll just hop right in when Vern finishes. And I can't find you, Vern, but unmute yourself and I will see you when you start talking. Where are you?
I am here.
Yay.
Hello. So, I guess I'll just go ahead and, start with how I was introduced. So, I actually came across Crystal on social media. She reached out to me months before I needed to reach out to her. And Joy and I actually hosted a health and wellness event. And I knew that Crystal was doing something with wellness, but I wasn't quite sure. And I had in mind that I wanted to have small business owners to actually become vendors. So I put up a flyer, and Crystal, I think she might have been the first one to reach out to say, hey, I'm going to be a vendor. And that's really how I got introduced to Arbonne. She had these amazing protein balls that were so good. My clients could not get enough of them. I had one client who was over at her table almost the entire time of the event, tasting these protein balls. So I just had to see what it was all about, and they were so good. But meeting Crystal, during the setup time, she really expressed to me how Arbonne changed her life, her mom and her dad's life. And was really ecstatic and very passionate about what it was that she was talking about. And at that time, I was just like, oh, that sounds really good for you. It wasn't something that I was too interested in at the time, because I was I'm actually a personal trainer. I own my own business. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. So for me, I was like, oh, girl, I'm working out all the time. I'm plant-based, like I'm good. And then one day during the summer when the pandemic hit, I reached out to Crystal. No, Crystal reached back out to me, and she sent me some samples, and I fell in love with the protein powder. She sent me vanilla. It was so good. The best protein I've ever had. It didn't taste like peas, or, it wasn't flavorless and things like that. And then the Fizzes, she gave me pomegranate. So good. So after that, months went by, and I started to see her results. She did the 30 days to healthy living. And I was like, okay, I need a little bit more of what she has. And then Joy actually posted her doing the 30 days of healthy living. And I was like, okay, I need this. So, reached out to Crystal and I was like, I need something that's going to reduce this inflammation that I'm dealing with, because I'm a little, fluffy. I'm not as lean as I really want to be for the work that I'm putting in for myself. And, she introduced me to it and I saw the price and I was like, nope, I can't do it. And a couple weeks later, I reached back out to her and I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. What do I need to do? So I did the 30 days to healthy living. I experienced it. My mind was blown. I felt good. I was a napper. And I mean, just noticing, like, within week 1, I texted her and I said, Crystal, I have not had a nap this whole week. Like, what is this stuff really, really doing to my body? And I just fell in love with it after that. I continued to do parts of the 30 days to healthy living. I remember I was on vacation finishing up the end of my 30 days and how simple it was to incorporate, the gluten-free and just everything with eating out with family. It wasn't hard at all. It was so simple. So, continue to do the protein. And then months later, this was like November, December. So that was in the summertime. This was November, December. I was driving and I was like, oh my gosh, I really need to order some more products. And then I started thinking about the people who it can help, and people asking me, what is it that you eat? What can I eat? I want to, try to cut down on some things like you've done. And I recall myself introducing them to other products. And I'm like, why am I doing this? And I reached out to Crystal and I said, I think I want to become a consultant. And it just kind of, it grew from there, being able to confidently tell people, this is what I'm doing, you should do it too. Or this is the type of protein powder I'm doing, you should use it too. You're going to see a significant change. And, getting into becoming a consultant, I ended up falling a little ill, which set me back a little bit from, really digging deep into what the products could do and learning about Arbonne. I was out for like 2 weeks. And then December hit and I started to do the 30 days of healthy living again. And people started asking more and more. And I just started talking about it. And that's when the questions started to come. And that's when the I want to do it too started to come. And I've just been helping people ever since the beginning of the year.
I forgot to unmute. That is awesome, Vern. I love, love, love how it just grew through trying the products, seeing the results. The products speak for themselves, and just Crystal's example, how influential. Thank you so very much for sharing, and congrats again on your first of 4 promotions. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Ashley, where are you? There you are.
I'm right here.
Okay.
Hello. Hi, everyone. If I have not met you yet, I am Ashley Powell. I'm an executive district manager and independent consultant with Arbonne, and I am in Roanoke, Virginia. So not in Richmond, Virginia, like a lot of us are on this call. But I am going to share a few things with you guys tonight. Dina just asked me to share, and I'm an area manager in Qual. Thank you, Con. So Dina just asked me to share a few things that I have been doing. And so I'm just going to jump right in. So first, I want to tell you all the story of me going into Area Manager Qual this past month. My husband and I and our 2 kids and our dog were all in Southport, North Carolina on a little like vacation getaway, fun little long weekend. So it was so neat to me that I could work my business on like while I was on vacation. I could do, now was I working while we were there? Yes, it was close week. I knew that was going to happen. But I was able to sign up, finish my 10 PCs, get my Busy 10. I was able to earn my DM Achiever Award, and we went into area manager qualification, all while I was out of town, enjoying time with my family in this beautiful place. And I was just blown away by that I could do that and work like that while I was there, while spending time with my family. It wasn't like I was tied to a desk somewhere having this happen. So something that Arbonne has done for my family is just increase our flexibility. We can be so much more flexible with our time now. And actually, to me, kind of like pursuing this Arbonne business has encouraged my husband, and he has started his own different kind of business journey as a commercial real estate agent. So now we are both in commission-based lines of work, but we love it because we have this flexibility. We have time. We can make all these choices. So it's been really fun to kind of like build these businesses alongside of each other. So that's something that I just wanted to share with y'all. And another thing I wanted to share is just the vision that I have for Arbonne and for our family is to be able to take these little weekend getaways. We don't have jobs that are tying us to anywhere, so we can go for the weekend. Our kids are very young. They're not even in preschool yet, so we can go and do this. And while we can, I want to live that life while we can before they're in elementary school. And I also want to be able to send our kids to whatever preschool we want to send them to. Our choice, not just because, oh, this one's the cheapest or something like that. I want to be able to send them wherever we want to send them. I want my son to be able to play soccer or softball or t-ball or whatever he wants to do. I want him to be able to do that. So that's kind of like my vision for this business, and that's what keeps me going when things are tough, when I don't really want to keep going. That I tie into that why am I doing this? For more family time, for more flexibility, for more time freedom, for more choices for our family. So now I'm going to transition real quick into like why I am doing, how I am doing what I'm doing. And really, I need to give a huge shout out to my girl, Callie, because I call her a party queen. She's amazing. And I have leaned on her with parties. I had several parties last month. A couple of them were very successful. And that is where a lot of my volume came from last month. And so much of that is follow up. I was talking to Callie so much, saying, okay, well, what are you asking people? What are you saying to people? And if you're wondering the same thing, I really encourage you to go listen to the call that is about parties that I think Con posted it in our Hope Dealers Nation Facebook group. Go watch that. I call all of these ladies on there the party queens. They know what they're doing. Go take their tips and go do that for yourself because it works. So that is something that I do for sure. Something else that I do every single month is I have the IPA tracker. IPA is income producing activity. I have that IPA tracker that is also in our group, in the files in our group. In the Hope Dealers Nation Facebook group, I use that every month. I write down who I've sent samples to keep track of it. I write down who I've asked to listen to a DA or discover Arbonne, if you're not familiar with what that is. I write down who I've had conversations with, who has said they would host a party, all of these things. I keep track of all of it, and it's in a binder. It's paper. I have a paper copy of everything so that I can go back and flip through and look at it all. Go back and check in because I know that I'm going to forget someone. I am a busy person. Everyone is busy. I'm going to forget people. So this helps me to do that. I also have a running 100-person list on my Google. I have it on a Google sheet. It is color-coded. It is people who have become PCs, become consultants, and it's neat to look back and kind of see the journey. I write down like when I've contacted them, all of that. It's really neat to see where people have come from, maybe not how long it took them to, sign up or anything like that, but like how many follow-ups, because for different people, follow-up is going to be the key. So that's the last thing I'm going to share about tonight is follow-up. Follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. Like do it until it feels so uncomfortable that you're like, I am bugging this person to death. Do it. Because you can say, hey, I say this to people that I've followed up with, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. If you want me to stop messaging you, please just tell me. I will. I absolutely will stop messaging you. There will be no hard feelings. It is not a big deal at all. Truly. If you want me to stop messaging you, I will. But until you tell me that, I'm going to keep messaging you and these are the people who usually have said like yes to a sample or yes to attending, watching a Discover Arbonne or yes to a party or yes to something. So these are not just like cold reach outs that I'm like, talking to them 10 times and they're like, never contact me again. If someone tells me no, like no, hard no, then I'm like, okay, great. But if these are people who are a little like warm to something, whether it's a sample, a product, the business opportunity, whatever it is, I continue to follow up. And it is amazing to me the amount of people who are just truly just busy and they forget. They truly just forget. This is not Arbonne. They don't know what Arbonne is. They don't know what the products are like. They haven't experienced it. This is not a top priority for them yet. But they just don't know. So, and they can't help what they don't know. So I just continue to follow up. And I've had so many. Last month, I had a few PCs who were people that I have followed up with for 6 months. If I had just said, well, they haven't responded in a few months, they're probably not interested, then I wouldn't have those PCs. They would not have gotten that amazing deal and have these amazing products in hand for free signups. And they were so excited. They were so excited and we're so thankful that I followed up. So I guess the last thing I wanted to say is that people are busy. Expect not to hear back from people. And just continue to follow up. Give them an out if you want to. If that makes you feel better, do it. That makes me feel better. I give them an out. If you want me to stop contacting you, I absolutely will, and there will be no hard feelings. But if I say that several times and they still I just am going to keep contacting them until I told them what to tell me. So that's what I do. And I feel like there was one last thing, Dina, that I was going to say, but I don't remember what it is. So it was about follow-ups and it just left my brain. So if I think of it, I'll pop it into the chat, but thank y'all.
Great, Ashley. Thank you so much, so much. And I love that it's because of your consistency, day in, day out, that you were able to then take that vacation and still be following up and watching it all come to being an active part of it all coming together and be from anywhere. I love that. Well, before Connolly reads the recognition, I want to do a little bit of shout outs for some that are not listed on the recognition page. And that is huge, huge praise for Jamie Stafford and Kate Stone for that awesome smoothie bowl brunch presentation. If you don't, raise your hands for those who don't know who you are. Jamie and Kate, not everybody's raising their hands, but anyway, Jamie step by step through the smoothie bowls, and Kate with her absolute professional, communications, precise, giving a brief but thorough overview of the 30 days, the Breakfast Club. That was so good. And for you all who did not get a chance to have guests on that, we have another opportunity, and I want to thank in advance the two that I've been calling the A team, Allison Kahelski and Ashley Powell, who are going to bring their energy and expertise to our sheet mask Zoom. And this is just like the smoothie bowl, and it's such a neat opportunity to be able to invite people to come, because it's like, look at, they're doing that. Do you want a sheet mask? I just posted it in my own client group last night, and someone immediately said, I'd love to do this. Send me a sheet mask. So I'm excited about this one. And I also want to thank, Ashley referenced this call just a second ago, but a big thank you to 6 of you, Kate, Callie, Becca, Allison, Connolly, Amber Fry, for that awesome recorded Zoom on Facebook parties. And if you missed that, it's where I typed in the chat. It was posted on February 26th, or just, I don't know how, you can find that. It's not buried too deep yet. And it's so well worth watching. So thank you. Thank you. All right, Con. Now let me share screen and you can do the recognition. Okay, it's not starting at the top, so just a minute. I'll put it back up to the top. All right, y'all see that?
Yes.
Great, take it away.
Okay, congratulations, Hope Dealers, and those who are in qualification for district manager. Congrats to Erin Campbell from Virginia, Caitlin Tam, Virginia, Carly Wolfolk, Virginia, Rebecca Wooten, Virginia, Cynthia Rayber, Virginia, Yasmeet Singh, Canada, Lauren Briggs, Virginia, Kim Michael, Virginia, Elka Brown, Virginia, Jordan Boville, Maryland, and Olga Vop, Virginia. Congrats. Do we have more? Okay, no, moving on. And you heard from her, our new district manager. Congratulations, Vern Hamilton from Virginia, promoted by Crystal Simmons. Awesome job. In qualification, you also heard from her, Ashley Powell, Virginia, sponsored by Rachel Camfield.
Go.
Woo! Way to go, girls. Okay, so these are those who have earned our Achiever Awards. So these are your additional cha-chings in your paycheck. So congratulations to our Consultant Achiever Award winner, Vern Hamilton. Our District Manager Achiever Awards go to Amber Fry, Dina Kretzer, Crystal Simmons, myself, Ashley Powell, Rihanna Peasy, Allison Kahelski, Callie Fetchko, and Katrina Ligon. And Area Manager Achiever Awards, Amber Fry and Rachel Canfield earned their Area Manager Achiever Awards. Congratulations. All right, cue the confetti. Are you ready? So this is the top in sales and top in sponsoring. Okay, you guys, personally sponsoring 5 or more with at least 150, drum roll, she's there with her baby. Amber Fry, 34, my goodness. Can we just say, what? Way to go, girlfriend. Oh my goodness. Cheers to you. What an inspiration of hard, focused work, my friend. And then the ones who have a star by their name, they earned 10, they sponsored 10 or more new. So you guys earned the Fizzy 10, which was Amber, Callie Fetchko, and Ashley Powell. That's awesome. And our other top personal sponsors were Vern Hamilton, Crystal Simmons, Olga Vop, Allison Kahelski, myself, Katrina Ligon, and Rihanna Peasy. Congratulations, everybody. Okay, so these are our top top sales for district and area. So we have Amber Fry, Ashley Powell, and Crystal Simmons for top districts. Top areas, Amber Fry, Rachel Camfield, and Crystal Simmons. And then our top personal sales. Okay, top personal sales. Are we surprised? Amber Fry, Callie Fetchko, and Fran Babashak. Congratulations. And then everyone I'm about to read earned the perfect brick. And this is when you sponsor at least 5 new with 150 plus order, plus you have 2,500 in sales new plus you. So that's Amber Fry, Katrina Ligon, Vern Hamilton, Callie Fetchko, Crystal Simmons, Ashley Powell, Rihanna Peasy, and myself. Aha, and the bingo card. That was so fun, Dina. Thank you for organizing that. So these amazing consultants completed 1 or more of the bingos. Ashley Powell, Jenna Caldwell, Olga Buck, Allison Kahelski, Callie Fetchko, and Callie was the winner of that raffle with the Arbonne logo. We can't wait to see that, Callie. Let's see a picture. Okay, and then the AgeWell water bottle, you earned this if you sold 2 AgeWell sets or 8 serums. And this water bottle is super cute. So congratulations, Fran Babashak, Tammy Lau, Olga Vop, Callie Fetchko, Allison Kahelski, Kate Stone, Amber Fry, Rihanna Peasy, myself, and Dina Kretzer. Cheers, we will hydrate. Way to go, you guys. Awesome job.
Awesome. And thanks, Connolly, for reading that, and all of you. Great, great month. I can't wait to see what all happens in March, since we have so much to work with, and I'm so excited about the free signups again. That's just such a gift. All right, in the last few minutes here, do you know that exactly 1 year ago, not just about, but I went and looked at my 2020 calendar to be sure, and it was to the date Tuesday, March 3rd. Where were a lot of us? We were in Amber Fry's home in the Richmond area. We had an informal gathering. We invited guests. We stood around in the kitchen. We shared appetizers. We touched the same serving spoons. We hugged. Yeah, y'all are laughing. Okay. We hugged. We were introducing guests. We were probably hugging the guests. And then, we pulled chairs around into a big circle and had just an informal time, kind of a little popcorn style sharing of those of, just different ones of us sharing about different aspects of the opportunity, how it's changed our lives. And we could not wait to do another one in April. Well, we had no idea what was around the corner. And, through this whole year, what has grounded me the most is a quote that I think I shared several months ago. It was, "Character is the ability to meet the demands of reality." And, when you get something in your head like that, then everything you read, you listen to, someone else says, it's like this all keeps supporting the same thing. I'll read, who do I want to become through this? Will I be better on the other side? What is the gift or the opportunity in this? And, that was asked in my, what was the last Robin Sharma book, The Millionaire, or not, that's whatever it is. I can't even think of the name, the monk who sold his Ferrari, that's in that. What is the gift or the opportunity in this? And, it's so much in choices. And I feel like, I know we're all just dying to get back to that scene that I just described, and it's not there yet, but the light is coming. We can see that in the future, this is going to happen, but we've got a few more months to get through. And I just want to encourage you all, just keep supporting each other, just keep feeding your own mind so that you stay strong, choose to do the right things for your body, get outside in the sun, practice gratitude, recite the affirmations, talk to someone else, stay connected, because I just feel like, I was talking with someone today that I said, I feel like this is just such a test. And, I always talk about passing the test in Arbonne. It's not just about Arbonne, but it's passing tests in life. And we're all in a real test right now. And I think, the average person in Arbonne won't stay the course. They're not going to make it through this time. They're going to find reasons because of what we're going through to not work their business, to not make healthy choices in the kitchen, to, how many people have told you all, I've just been eating and drinking too much during all this? No one on this call has told me that, but other people who need to be doing clean eating have said, I've been drinking more than ever just because I'm home and I'm bored. And it's like, no. Who do you want to be on the other side? That's not who you want to be. So just think of how you want to come out and be on the other side. And I may go just a couple minutes past 9 here, but I was listening again to a call that I recommend often, and it's Linda Parker's sponsoring call. It's on SoundCloud. Highly recommend it, whether you've been in business for 5 minutes or 5 years. And so just some quick snippets of it. It won't take away from the call because Linda has, something packed in every minute. But again, just a reminder that the number one thing that you can do that will not only increase your paycheck and grow your business, but also be part of empowering other people to have a way to transform their own lives is sharing this opportunity with others. I know we keep coming back to that. You're probably going, this is a recording. She's talking about sharing the business again, but it is the lifeblood of our business. And you've probably heard it said, if you've been in Arbonne any length of time, what's the number one reason that people do not do this business? No one asked them. And the number one reason people do it, someone asked them, or in my case, they had to ask me like 5 times to just listen to it. ENVP Linda Parker has been a top 10 income earner since before I began. And she was a district manager, she'll tell you on this call, 6 or 7 times. She would earn it, lose it, earn it, lose it, didn't take it seriously, finally decided this was going to be her vehicle. And she told her sponsor, Cecilia Stoll, which it's hilarious to listen to her because Linda had earned a 6-figure income in real estate previously. And Cecilia was the secretary. So she was like, what did Cecilia know? But she asked Cecilia, she said, when do I get a team? I'm working, I'm doing all these group presentations. I've got people ordering products. When do I get a team? And you'll hear her say that, Cecilia said, are you asking them? Are you asking? And so on the very next group presentation, after Cecilia said that, Linda simply said at the end, I am looking for people to teach and train to do what I do. Who do you know? She didn't even put them on the spot. Who do you know? One person in the room raised her hand and said, I'm a teacher and they just cut my summer funding. Could I do this? And you'll listen to her trace it, but it's like 3 later, that person sponsored someone who became Linda's direct national vice president. If you've ever heard any of the trainings by Donna Bradley, she has trained from stage at GTC. Anyway, she would not be there if Linda had not stood there in that group and said, I'm looking for people to teach and train. Who do you know? Could you say that? Could you say it on the next Facebook party? The next Zoom call, anything. I love that Linda shares this advice for when we ask someone, what do you do? No matter what they say, you must love that, or I bet you love that, because what their response often is actually, I don't. My boss has a fuse about this long. My commute, they've moved the office. My commute is now 50 minutes each way in traffic. They've changed this and that. My work is not as fulfilling. They might just start telling you what they don't like about it, to listen, learn, so you know what it is they really long for. And I love how she says, if you listen to people and ask questions, they'll tell you how to sponsor them. And then if you say, I bet you love that, and they say, I do, I love my job, ask them, what do you love most about it? Maybe it's that they get to travel, or maybe this, whatever it is that they love about it, just be remembering that, and you'll know what it is that they're going to value or want to see in Arbonne too. Another Linda Parkerism that I picked up years ago, I was reminded of when I re-listened to this call. She'll always say, well, these products are amazing. This business will change your life. And to be able to say that, you have to mean it. It can't be a script. But if you are at the point where you can say that, you know what, your life doesn't have to be changed yet. My sponsor was brand new, and she told me that. She believed it at the time. She quit a few months later, but at the time, she believed it enough to share this business with me. The products are amazing, but this business will change your life. And so when you're talking about the business, just ask, can this person tell I'm committed? Can they tell I'm all in? And I'm going to share one more quick thing from it. Well, I laughed when Linda said she would tell people, I'm earning my white Mercedes. She said she was a district manager in a state that no one had ever promoted to region. So there were no white Mercedes in Pennsylvania driven by an Arbonne VP. But she would say, I'm earning my white Mercedes. When people are telling you they need Arbonne, they're not saying those words. My goodness, I would have never told my sponsor, I need to do this business that you're doing. I was running from it, trying to get away from her. They don't use those kinds of words. They don't say, I need Arbonne, but what are they saying? I wish I could send my kids to the sports camp, but it is just not in the budget this summer. Or listening to a group when they're talking about vacations. I used to listen to my friends talking all about their spring break and fancy vacations they were doing. And because we were on just Jeff's income, because I didn't know about Arbonne, and because we were committed to nothing ever being on a credit card, we didn't do the vacations. But that would have been something someone could have heard me say, I'd love to do that. It's not in the budget. Or what if people are saying my hours were cut back, or my husband was laid off and now we can't do this. They're telling you they need Arbonne. And if they're not, because not everyone is in a place like that, there's plenty of people who will not, be saying that, where you get an easy way in. But the best question that I learned to ask was simply, have you ever thought about doing something like this? Is that hard to ask? It's MVP Emily Martin, who I don't know why I remember where I got all these things, but I always am quoting where I got them from, because it didn't come out of my own head. I listened and listened to lots of trainings. I wanted to learn, how do you even begin to talk about this? And I loved Emily's question. Have you ever thought about doing something like this? And what I found when I started asking it was that I didn't get a hard no, of course not. I got yes, but I don't really know a lot of people. Yes, but I don't think I'd be good at sales. Yes, but I don't think I'd have the time. And rather than just go on boom with all the answers, I learned to use a very simple little sequence that we call feel, felt, found. So what if they say, yes, but I don't know enough people. I could say, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way when I started, but what I found was no one knows enough people to build a business like this. No one can depend on their close friends and family to support them to build it to this level. But I found that people know people, and I've met other people through the people that I know and through the people they know. So whatever it is that they are saying, I can't do sales. I understand how you feel. Boy, I can say that for sure. I felt the same way. But what I found, thankfully, is there's no hard sales training in Arbonne. It's just a matter of sharing what you love with others. And so, I still love, we talked about it once before you reach out to others, just be thinking, what I have to share could change their life. It could save their marriage if it takes the financial stress off of them. It could change who's going to be raising their children. It could change the choices they have of where they'll send their children to school. If we think every time what I have to offer can change the life of the person I'm calling. It definitely changed my life forever when somebody was brave enough to share it with somebody who wanted to tell that to Ashley no, after 5 times, but I couldn't say no. And so I just listened finally to get it over with. And my life has never been the same. So thank you for being on tonight. And I appreciate and love each one of you. Have a great March. And thank you all who are participating on the call tonight. Love you.